Hey guys, Team Captain Westside Discs, Kyle Webster here, and I'm out at McClellan Park in Joplin, Missouri to test out the new disc from Westside, the Queen. I had this Queen in VIP plastic. I did have a tournament plastic one, but I lost it on my first throw. So I'm only going to be throwing the VIP one today. Okay, on this first hole we have a really good tailwind, so I'm going to really try to get the disc to go from the left to right with this tailwind and see if it stays in the air. Wow, that went so far. So with this tailwind, I threw it on a hyzer, it flipped up, and once it caught that nose angle, it just ran to the right and it just slowly started to flatten out, and it gave me some major distance. I'm sure the tailwind helped me with that, but I can already tell that the speed 14 number is true on this disc. Okay, so I'm walking up on my Queen. As you can see behind, the basket's about 60 to 70 feet away from me. And this hole plays like 400 feet uphill, and I'm a good 70 feet past it. And that's one of my furthest drives ever on this hole, hole 19 in Joplin, Missouri. So this disc is going to be a bomber right off the bat, I can tell. I cannot wait to throw this more. Okay, now we're on a hole with a little bit tighter of a shot in front of us. I'm gonna throw this Queen at a little bit softer, maybe like 50–60%, and see if I can get a nice S flight out of it that'll hook back to the basket. Okay, so even with that soft power and the tailwind, the disc still managed to flip up and fly to the right, but it still flattened out just like on the shot before, and it gave me that little bit of extra distance at the end. I'm really liking this. Okay, we're on hole 24 in Joplin now. It's a hole with a low ceiling. A lot of players like to throw a roller here, so I think this would be a really good hole to throw the Queen on. Let's try it out. Okay, so coming up on my Queen, you see I'm just outside the circle, but I was able to get underneath all these trees. It's uphill towards the basket. A lot of players have trouble getting to this basket, so I can see this being a roller on this hole and really working out for a lot of people. Okay, we're on another hole in Joplin where a roller is pretty favorable. It's uphill, the basket's tucked off to the right, and there's a couple of guardian trees with some low-hanging branches that tend to knock air shots down. So I think this Queen will be a really good disc to roll up there with its speed. Let's try it out. So that turned over nicely, and I'm really close for a look. It's a good roller disc. Okay, now we're on one of the hardest holes in Joplin, hole 15. It's a big shot that really just got to play for an upshot here. And I'm gonna put this Queen on a pretty good hyzer line, hoping to go as far as I can left, and then eventually the flippiness of this disc catches up to it, and I get a long flight to the right with a lot of distance that'll set me up for a pretty easy upshot on this hole. Let's try it out. Okay, so trying to throw it really hard on that hyzer line, it didn't seem to want to take that hit really well, and it immediately flipped up and started flying to the right. So this disc is pretty consistently going to hyzer flip for me and fly to the right, which is going to be really useful in my game. Okay, from where my Queen landed, I've got some pretty big obstacles in front of me, and I don't really want to mess with going underneath, but this sets me up for a shot I like to throw the grenade, and with this Queen being so flippy, I think it's going to really complement this type of throw. It should get up and flip over and finish to the basket pretty well. Let's try it out. Woo! Okay, so it actually ended up flipping over and got flat and started flying to the right. And that's basically a trick shot, but I can see that being really useful, so I'm going to keep trying that shot out. Okay guys, I had to hop in my car to finish this video. The wind picked up big time here in Joplin and it's just too hard to hear out there. But after a full round of throwing this this queen, I'm pretty satisfied with it. The flight numbers seem to be really true. 14 speed, 5 glide, a lot of glide on this disc, -2 turn and 2 fade. I don't see this disc being a disc that I expect to fade really hard. I don't see this disc being a wind fighter, but I do see it being a really good distance roller or a really easy controlled distance driver. It seems to take a hyzer flip really well, and it gets me a lot of extra distance without much effort at all. So if you're interested in trying out this queen, I say hit up your vendor today, your local Westside vendor, and support them and support Westside Disc and try it out. Appreciate it guys. Catch you later.